Kamala had to weigh in. I'm not going to play her entire diatribe because it's too ridiculous to play, but you do need to hear how she came out of her own residence, had the little podium set up to make a statement about this nonsense story.
So yesterday we learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired 4-star general, confirmed that while Donald Trump was president, he said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him. It is deeply troubling and incredibly dangerous that Donald Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler, the man who is responsible for the deaths of 6 million Jews and hundreds of thousands of Americans. All of this is further evidence for the American people of who Donald Trump really is.
These people, man.
And it is clear from John Kelly's words that Donald Trump is someone who, I quote, certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, who in fact vowed to be a dictator on day one and vowed to use the military as his personal militia to carry out his personal and political vendettas. Donald Trump is increasingly unhinged and unstable. And in a second term, people like John Kelly would not be there to be the guardrails against his propensities and his actions. Those who once tried to stop him from pursuing his worst impulses would no longer be there, and no longer be there to rein him in. So the bottom line is this. We know what Donald Trump wants. He wants unchecked power.
Oh my God.
The question
my God.
in 13 days will be, what do the American people want? Thank you.
God help her, man. God help her for saying all of that bullshit. Seriously. Because so what, 2 days ago, Obama gets on a stage and says, I don't know why we're so divided. I don't know why, you guys, I can't understand the divisiveness. And then Kamala's like, Trump is Hitler. These people are lunatics. They will do everything they can to retain power, and then they gaslight the crap out of people. They project, gaslight. This is their playbook. Man, God help her for getting on a stage and saying those things.
I know. And now Mercedes Schlapp, who actually worked for John Kelly, tweeted this yesterday. I worked for John Kelly and don't believe him. His last ditch effort to stop Donald Trump is desperate. This is a personal vendetta from a staffer who failed at his job and believed as chief of staff that he should have been the ultimate decision maker. Trump loves America, will preserve our freedoms, and has done more for the Jewish people than any other president, which is also a great point that keeps getting left out of this.
Right.
Freaking Israel has a city named after Trump. He is the one that restored their capital.
Damn straight.
He's the one whose son-in-law created the Abraham Accords and made all of these peace deals. And people are going to try to compare him to Hitler.
Hitler.
It makes no sense to anybody that has sense. It makes no sense.
There are Jews out there that I've seen on Twitter that are like, I am completely insulted by this. Absolutely insulted. Like, how dare you compare him to Hitler? You know, and to say, and he killed 6 million Jews. And it's like, yeah, he did. Hitler did do that. And Trump is not anywhere anything like Hitler. So stop making the comparison. The fact that Democrats, I mean, like, you guys can go back to the time when Bush was president. You can see them. Democrats compared Bush to Hitler.
This is
Democrats, they compared Romney to Hitler. This is what they do. They compare every Republican to Hitler because that is their playbook. This is what they do. They are idiots who have no other playbook than this. And what are we? Not even 2 weeks out from the election. And she is grasping. She is desperate. And I think she's losing. And she's like, oh shit. And I'm sorry, not her, Obama, because he wants his 4th term. He's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Let's call him Hitler. Because that's what we do.
Have we tried that before? I can't remember.
I know. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, you have tried it before. Also, visit ReadyWise.com and use promo code Chicks20 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase, which is a really good deal because you and Danger Girl, and they have great stuff. ReadyWise.com. Use promo code Chicks20. Do it.
I'm still eating the soup.
She made so much of it. I love it. You guys, they have really good fruit buckets. That's like my favorite thing, you know? If you always think about
buckets, if you're like super healthy.
Right. I love their stuff. So go check it out. Definitely.
Doug Collins, former representative from Georgia, said in the past 24 hours, Biden calls for Trump to be locked up. Kamala compares Trump to Hitler, and Barack Obama has no idea how we got so toxic and divided. We cannot let Democrats win.
Yeah.
2 weeks left. Don't let up.
These people are insane.
Stephen Chung, who is the campaign communications director for the Trump team, issued a statement on Kamala's statement and said, Kamala Harris is a stone cold loser who is increasingly desperate because she's flailing and her campaign is in shambles. That's why she continues to peddle outright lies and falsehoods that are easily disproven. The fact is that Kamala's dangerous rhetoric is directly to blame for the multiple assassination attempts against him, and she continues to stoke the flames of violence, all in the name of politics. She is despicable, and her grotesque behavior proves she is wholly unfit for office.
She is. Grotesque is the right word.
Trump weighed in too. Read this, please.
Comrade Kamala Harris sees that she is losing and losing badly, especially after stealing the race from crooked Joe Biden. So now she is increasingly raising her rhetoric, going so far as to call me Adolf Hitler and anything else that comes to her warped mind. She is a threat to democracy and not fit to be president of the United States, and her polling so indicates.
But they won't stop, and it's coming directly from now the press secretary, the speaker for Joe Biden, literally calling him a fascist. This was yesterday at her presser.
And to be praising Adolf Hitler,
what the hell?
It's dangerous and it's also disgusting.
Oh, is it dangerous and
when you
disgusting?
said we do agree, President Biden believes that Donald Trump is a fascist.
I mean, yes, we have said, he said himself. The former president has said he is going to be a dictator on day one.
Oh my
we
God.
cannot ignore that.
My God.
We cannot. And we cannot ignore or forget what happened on January. So,
My God. I
I
know, right?
am raging.
Anybody who believes that, you're wearing a mask and you're vaxxed. I mean, I
like
see some people,
septuple vax.
I see a couple people in our comments, that are just like, I saw somebody that said Trump has dementia. Okay.
Okay.
Run
All right.
along. Go get like octuple vaxxed. Put your mask back on, honey.